The biggest lie that has been told on the internet over the last 10 or 15 years, especially in the world of self-help and personal development, is that the way you achieve the big difficult things in life, whether it's to get in really good shape or to start a business, to make a lot of money, or whatever big difficult thing it is that you're trying to achieve that's very difficult and it's going to take a lot of time and energy and effort. The big lie, the big myth is that the way you get those things is through discipline. Look, discipline does not work. Discipline is a short-term solution and it does not work on the long term. And the thing is that in order for you to get all of those big challenging things, you need to be consistent for long periods of time. But the thing is that the reason why discipline does not work is because you cannot force yourself to do things for long periods of time that you genuinely do not desire to do. That is a simple and plain truth, and you just have to look at your life and look around you to see that this is true. Now, I know that you might be thinking about things that you maybe think that you were disciplined with and you achieved, or other people that they claim they have been disciplined. But the thing is that they did not achieve those things because they were disciplined. The reason why, for example, guys who claim how important discipline is, for example, Jocko Willink, right, or David Goggins, or whoever it is that you want to think about, right? They always talk about the importance of discipline. The reason why they get those things is not because they were disciplined. The reason why they get those things is because they truly wanted those things. That is basically it. When I look in my own life, which I would say I've achieved a fairly decent level of things, whether it's with health or with business, money, all of that stuff, the things that I've been able to get on the outside, it may look like I was really disciplined with my businesses or with my health. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, I was working out with a friend and he told me like, Pao, I think you're one of the most disciplined guys I've ever met when it comes to coming to the gym and their workouts and all of that stuff, because actually now I've been working out for 10 years straight, consistently, right? But I told him like, I'm not here because of discipline. I'm here because I like it. That's basically it. It's not that deep, it's not that dramatic, it's not that romantic. I just like going to the gym, right? Now a lot of people would think like, no, but it's discipline, I like it, I want it. That's basically it. And then when I've had success with businesses, same stuff. You know which are the businesses that I had that were successful? The ones I actually wanted. The ones that I actually wanted that thing, I really desired it. Those I was able to put in a lot of work to be consistent. On the outside, it looks like I'm disciplined. I mean, on paper, yeah, you could say that I was disciplined, but it's because I wanted that thing, right? But then there's other things that to myself, I thought like, oh, it would be nice to have this. I should do that. That's what kills everybody. I got absolutely nothing out of that. Even though you could say like, I am a disciplined person, you know, like see how well I'm doing at the gym and see how well I've done with my other businesses, but how come that now I try to do this thing and I don't get it, right? Well, because the secret ingredient is not discipline. The secret ingredient is genuine desire to get that thing. If you do not genuinely desire something, you're not gonna get it and you're not gonna do it. Like you cannot do something for long periods of time that you genuinely do not desire to do. You might be able to do it for a short while. You can show up for a few days, for a few weeks. You will be lucky if discipline lasts you for longer than a month, but eventually it's going to fade. And the thing is that in order to get the big important things in life, it takes a long time, right? You're not gonna build a successful and amazing business in a month. You're not gonna build a great body in a month. It's gonna take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I mean, it depends on how messed up your health is, but it's gonna take some time. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, which is like, Pao, but I see a lot of people that they do things that they genuinely do not desire to do, but they do them anyways, right? Like for example, people who have a job that they don't like, but they do it anyways, right? They're doing something that they do not want to do. But here's the thing, I would say, well, look at the alternative, right? What happens if they were to not show up to their job, right? What if they stop working? Well, they would lose their paycheck, they would run out of money, they would lose their house, now they would be homeless, they would have no money for food, and eventually, like, I mean, you keep going down that road, eventually you might starve and die or freeze to death, right? So the alternative, in a way, to not going to work, in a way, is dying. So yes, you actually do want to go to work. Now, what a lot of people wonder is, okay, but then if I look at myself, all the things that I actually want to do, they're like a waste of time, right? Like the things that I want, they're not optimal. They're not things that are gonna give me any great results, right? I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to build a business. Like the only things that I like is like wasting time on my phone and playing video games and smoking weed or whatever. Like people say those things, right? Like those are the only things that I like. I would say two things, like this is a problem of sincerity and this is a lack of exploration, right? And what I mean by lack of exploration is that you have not tried enough things. When you were a kid, for example, when I was a kid, with sports, I tried many sports, right? I tried athletics, I tried soccer, I tried basketball, I tried skateboarding. Like there's so many things that I tried. Most of them I didn't like, but then I found a few of them that I actually liked. And those are the ones that I was consistent with. So the thing that you have to do is just go out there and find the things that you genuinely want in all the areas that are important in your life, right? Health is important, money is important, relationships are important. I would say spirituality is important too, right? These four areas, which are the ones that I always talk about on my YouTube channel. There's many ways to get healthy. There's many ways to get money. There's many ways to develop great relationships, and there's many ways to practice your spirituality. You just have to find the ones that click with you and resonate with you. The problem nowadays is that we go online, or here's the thing, like all of these things that you have in your head that you're like, no, but I should do this, and I would have to do this, and this thing, like, who is that voice in your head judging everything that you like or you do not like or what you should do or not do? If you look deeply enough and you analyze it, you will realize that that voice in your head that's judging everything that you should be doing, right? That voice that you should do this, you should do that. What you will realize is that that's not you. That is society, that is culture, that is your neighbors, that is your parents, those are your friends. In fact, that is also the internet, right? I'm gonna shoot at myself in the foot here, but like that's also me, right? I think the big problem is that a lot of people, they go online and they start listening to random, stupid guys on the internet telling them what is it that they should do with their lives. Well, maybe you should stop doing that and listen more to yourself and go out there, turn off your phone, turn off your computer and go experiment and figure out life and figure out what are the things that you truly want, right? And then you will start to realize what is it that I'm telling you in this video. The discipline is absolute BS, because you will finally discover that the reason why you needed discipline is because you were doing the wrong things that you truly do not want, things that you truly do not desire. And then you will find those things that you enjoy, that click for you, and that give you results. And you will be like, damn, why did I waste so many years listening to all these guys and torturing myself, going to the gym and doing all of these things that I just do not like and are not getting me anywhere? I mean, here's the thing, if you're watching this video, there's a reason for it. I don't know for how long I've been talking now, but you've probably noticed like you have a problem with discipline, right? And you keep thinking like, no, but it's not, I'm not doing discipline right. I'm not being disciplined enough. What is enough? You're trying it and it doesn't work. And I'm sure there's things in your life that you're doing that you're consistent with. Why is it that you can be disciplined with some things but not with others? Because it's not about discipline. It's about what is it that you truly want. So anyways, I hope the message was clear. I think this is one of those topics that if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I think there's a lot of people out there who have been so brainwashed into so many ideologies, and this is one of them. I feel like these things, at the end of the day, it feels like they turn into some sort of religion. So if you're one of those, it doesn't, like, I could keep on rambling and giving you examples and explaining you how this works and going more in depth. It's not gonna help you, right? Those who get it, and those who don't will never get it. So anyways, I think that's enough. I hope you found it helpful. Subscribe to the channel because I post videos like these fairly often. And that's it. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Have a great life. Peace.